Good morning all, hope you're doing well. This is the COT data video for the week beginning the 12th of May 2025. The euro has just gone sideways, which doesn't really help that much. We've got a CPI this week as well, and the dollar just went sideways too. A tiny reduction, but it's very small. So that isn't very helpful if you're trading the euro USD. I thought the dollar was going to tick up higher, but perhaps it will still. But it's just going very sideways. There's quite a lot of risk on stuff going on right now as well. So be sure to check Discord or Telegram or Twitter, and you can see all the stuff that's going on. And so it might be the case we're going to get like a weaker dollar potentially because of the risk on narrative that we probably should be seeing. We had the India-Pakistan ceasefire, and it looks like Russia-Ukraine is having a 30-day ceasefire, and US and China are probably going to make a deal, and so that's risk on as well. Let's look at yen. So yen has been pumping, and it's just slowly ticked down from 179 to 176. So it's a small decrease, still very strong, but it's a slight decrease. Okay, it may be the top, but it's hard to say. It's just so strong. We've really come off the low as well. It's one of the biggest moves that we've ever seen since looking at the COT data. That change from the low to the high. So be careful. Euro off, Aussie on. Aussie is going up higher slightly. We've come from 75 minus to 48. So, we might continue higher. It's hard to say. We've got a little bit of short-term resistance here, and we've got some medium-term resistance there. I don't know if we'll overcome it, but we may. If we get a deal from China, US, then that could send the Australian dollar much higher from probably the relief as well. It could be like a relief rally in the Aussie, and so we could maybe pump. And then we might get the AJ set up, but that's a long way away before we get the setup there because we're looking for crossovers. That's what we're doing when we look at this data. So Aussie off, pound on. Pound's okay. We've got the UK US trade deal as well. You may have seen that in the news, so that's good for the UK. 29,000 from 2,900. So it really has pumped. It doesn't look like it, but it has moved quite a bit. So that's that. We've got those lows. Like I said, I thought we probably would hold these lows either like a triple bottom on that blue line, which is the pound. So it might hold. It looks like it is going to hold, and we may continue higher up. Pound off, CAD on. CAD's been trying to really climb, but what's happening right now is that we had some resistance 65 and 67, so I wonder whether or not this was like a pump into supply, and that was the purpose of it. It was just basically a pump in order to get an entry to sell. Potentially we are already negative, and we're actually more negative than the week prior. This looks like it was almost like a dead cat bounce where it was falling so aggressively. They stepped in, and it's fallen since, and then we had some resistance. So this could have just been like a dead cat bounce, like I say, and it's just they came in to stop it to go into free fall mode. And this is going to be closely linked to oil as well. So be sure to check out like WTI as well. It could be that the banks and the institutions, these guys, they probably might be maybe sort of looking bearish towards oil, and so by that respect and that correlation, the Canadian dollar could potentially fall as well. We'd need to be looking at oil and the COT as well, but we don't have commodities on here. We've just got the currencies. And it's also worth noting we've got loads of extra information on here, like the hedge funds as well. So be sure to check that out. Let's look at gold. And we are falling. So there's the gold yen cross. Not that everyone trades that cross. Everyone trades gold USD. But if you have access to gold yen, that would have been a good setup for a short. Okay, so we are falling slightly on gold. Okay, and we've had that head and shoulders up here, which we noted a little while ago, 4 months ago, and it did kind of it really did pump actually on the price, and we've fallen since. So that probably was a bit ominous, that head and shoulders up here potentially, and this was a little bit naughty as well because the spot price continued much higher despite us making this technical move up here on the COT data. Gold off and New Zealand dollar on. And what are we doing in New Zealand dollar? We're trying to get back in this horrible chop. We may be rejecting it, which is okay if we don't really want to get back in that chop, if we can help it. And we are just negative, minus 23. I can't show you the price before because the date's in the way. So I might have to modify this so we can just remove the date. The date's useful, but Excel needs to be clever enough to know that we want to look at the data. We can see the date, but it's just a bit of a bad programming on Excel's part. So that's the New Zealand dollar. And I'm a bit critical about Excel because I'm getting into Google Sheets. Okay, so I spent the last 7 hours just getting some things working, and I made huge improvements, and I learned a lot of stuff as well over the course of the night. So it was really good. For more information, check Discord, and we've got a channel called QDB Testing, and I've managed to get something in there that's actually huge. It's pretty massive. So I learned a lot. It was pretty good. Swiss franc, yeah, Swiss franc, and we're just sideways on that. So basically, what it is, I can talk about it quickly. We managed to get, as you're probably aware, we've got Google Sheets to MetaTrader 4 already, but we don't have MetaTrader 4 to Google Sheets, and vice versa. We couldn't talk back. Okay, we had one-way traffic, and now we can talk back. So we could have like data in a cell on Google Sheets and say buy, sell, and then it was going to MetaTrader 4. But the benefit of what we're doing now is MetaTrader 4 to Google Sheets. In MetaTrader 4, we've got like a whole wealth of technical indicators and instruments that we can get the data from, which is pretty amazing. Really powerful. So if you think at like VWAPs, your volatility bands, your thing called NES that we're looking at, Bollinger Bands, moving averages, any technical indicator where you can get into Google Sheets. In theory, this is still early days because we just got the price data. So the next step is getting indicator data. And once we've got it into the Google Sheets, then we can add some functions to it, and we can sort of look at overbought, oversold levels, and we can basically make our bot really strong on the technical sense, because it's already really strong on the sentiment, but we didn't really have very strong technical backbone for our bot. So this is like a work in progress, and I'm going to be spending this week, over the course of the week, looking at getting instrument data in here. And once we do, then we'll have like a really good idea about a currency pair, about how strong it is, how weak it is. And then when we look at the sentiment, we can combine the two, and then it'll be really powerful. So QDB Bot 2.0 is going to be really strong. We were going to go live on 2.0, but I think we need to just get some technical instruments in there, because I am aware that some people have gone live, and I just wanted to make the bot as strong as possible, because we had quite a bad week last week on the pound USD. We should have widened our stops. It took our stops. It fell like 100 pips, and then it rallied 100 pips. So it might just be the case of just avoiding the pound USD, and just to be quite picky and choosy about what currency pairs that we're going to look at. So that's what we're going to be doing over the course of the week, and probably the next few weeks. And we're going to make the QDB Bot 2.0 really strong, and then we'll have something really powerful, and it'll be really good. So have a good weekend, and I'll speak to you guys soon.